Yeah, that's a badass lamp. I could be staring at that thing all day.
Yeah, that's when the problem happens. Especially when it's
And
on.
hang out in here all day. I see we got water flowing. Good day. Yeah, that thing's trippy, dude.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
like
cool.
it. Sets the mood.
It does, and the bulb changes. Like I can change it from my phone. It's a smart bulb.
Oh, it's one LED.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
2025. Welcome to Next to the Lamp. I mean, uh, oh, wrong one. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. Thanks for listening, squad. I'm becoming a little bit more consistent with these things, as you guys may know. I dropped an episode like once every once every 2 weeks. I have to turn that off because it needs more mineral oil. So like
Yeah.
the pump in it just makes that weird noise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's mineral oil. It's not water.
That's sick.
Yeah. I had that speaker fall on top of it.
And it survived.
It survived, dude. Barely. I had to do some repairs, like you can see down there. It's a little
Can't beat the
cracked.
lamp.
Yeah, yeah. I have another one on the way, actually.
Yo, another one on the way.
hmm So the story of the lamp is that my grandma had one when I was growing up that was like that, and I used to sit there and stare at it all day.
Oh, I bet I would too.
Calling my ADHD when I was a kid. So then, yeah, my mom found this at an estate sale because after my grandma passed away, my aunt took it, uh, dang well knowing that I wanted it. She dead now too, so that's why it's on its way. Yeah, rip.
Thanks, bub.
Yeah, rest in peace. How do you say your last name, or how do you want to be introduced? I say Sage.
Yeah, Sage is fine.
Okay.
I only go by Savage back home, Washington.
You're
Swear.
from Washington?
Yeah,
All right. Well,
Monster Rock, Washington.
we'll get into that with this interview. You guys know what the deal is. Tell them your Instagram and
Uh,
places they can find you.
yeah, for the band, Winston Creek, it's Winston underscore Creek. And my Instagram is savage underscore Greisen.
Okay.
So you can find me there.
Awesome. So I guess we'll get into it. You're from like Washington,
Yeah,
like not
Washington
Washington,
State.
D.C.,
Nope.
Washington State. Okay.
Pacific Northwest.
The PN Dubs, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. And are you like were you born there? And
So yeah, I was born on in Washington. After a while, my dad's in the Air Force. Um, and lived in Hawaii for 3 years. And then lived in Okinawa, Japan for 9 years. And then went
dang.
back to Washington.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm here.
Mm.
Yeah. It's a journey.
Yeah. I for the longest time, Lincoln, Nebraska was like the farthest east I'd ever been.
Farthest east?
Yeah.
This is the farthest east I've gone.
Really?
In the United States, yeah.
Dang, dude.
So
I mean, well, I guess Japan's just like
yeah,
over that way, right?
yeah. Ring of fire.
Yeah. Craziness, man. Crazy. So you were a military kid, huh?
Yeah, military brat.
Dang, dude. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I got one full blood brother and one half blood and one half blood sister. Sister's older, two brothers are younger.
What are those? What do they call those in Harry Potter? Mudbloods?
Mudbloods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right, man. That's all right.
Dad's running around.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of the same because I have one older brother that's like my full brother, and then I have a half little brother and a half little sister.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Just the half bloods.
Yeah, yeah, half blooded prince. Yeah, I get that, man. So when did you just like when did you get into music?
My dad taught me at a young age. I was very off and on most of the time. Um, and in high school is when maybe my junior, sophomore year, I started writing my own a little bit. But I was like, oh, fuck this, dude. I suck at this. So I took a break. I didn't play music for a while. And then coming to college, I started up again.
Nice.
Now, ever since.
Wait, was it always guitar?
Yeah, it was always guitar. So all my brothers, we all play guitar. My little brother, Wild, he's a beauty, dude. He can really sing. I don't know where he gets his voice from.
Yeah.
No one in the family can sing, but man, he can sing. and he'll be over here too. You'll have to meet him. He'll be coming over after summer, so in the fall, and I'm gonna try to get him out and play some music. He's a little shy guy, so
Hey, man.
but he's got a beautiful voice, man. If you guys like Tyler Childers and Sam Barber and that kind of country style,
Okay.
he's the one to listen to.
See, I need to get a singer on some of my hip hop choruses.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not a good singer. Like,
like dude, rap.
yeah. Jesus loves me this time. Right? Yeah, I played Jesus Loves Me on my trumpet in like 5th grade.
Hell yeah,
Because my music teacher at the time, she went to the same church that we went to,
yeah,
and I was the best musician out of the whole school because like
because you're a pimp,
yeah,
dude.
well at that time I'd been playing trumpet for 2 years already.
Yeah.
So like started off with the recorder,
Mm.
hot cross buns, killing it with hot cross
All
buns,
right.
and then I had a cousin that she was a musician, like she played a gang of different instruments,
Mm.
and she gave me the mouthpiece to a trumpet. It was like, why don't you practice with this for a while, and then like when your parents get you a trumpet, you can just be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in the school I was at in SoCal, it was me and this little Asian girl. She played the guess what she played?
Uh,
Yeah.
trumpet.
No.
Eh,
Asian girl. What do they play?
I don't know.
Violin. She played the
Uh,
violin. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on, dude.
I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah. Stereotypically, she played the violin. And so it was just her and I in this music class, and she didn't speak much English, so it was like just me practicing the trumpet.
She's
And
shredding on the violin.
dude, she killed it on a violin,
Yeah.
dude. I think she came out the womb with a violin, bro.
Amen.
Yeah. And then we moved to Wyoming, so I was just like, okay, I guess I'll stick with the trumpet.
Mhm.
That's actually my trumpet right there that I've had since I was
So you have to pull that out and shred a little bit.
not as good as I once was.
No.
I ain't as good as I once was.
Mm.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's enough about my music history. Did you play any other instruments or have any like interest
No,
in other instruments?
it was just guitar all the way
Yeah.
because it was giving me the chicks.
Yeah, it
That's it.
usually does, yeah.
That's it. I was like, dude, the chicks love it. I'll just stay with this.
Because the chicks dig it. A lot of country references here on this episode so
Yeah.
far. That's okay. It wasn't that first one, Toby Keith.
Yeah, rest in
Yeah.
peace, bro.
Rib, rib.
Rest in peace.
So your dad played the guitar,
Yeah.
and so did you like have a communal guitar that you guys played, or did he buy you your own?
My grandpa had I don't know what brand it was, but just a little green guitar, little practice guitar, and that's what he gave me the first time. And then I passed it on to my little brothers. And then after he knew that I wanted to keep playing guitar, he got me my own guitar.
Okay.
So I still have the same one in Martin that he bought me when, fuck, I don't know, ninth grade or so.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I still rip on that thing.
Dope.
Mhm.
I played the guitar for a little bit. You can see I got that one over
Mhm.
there. Um, and then I played the piano for a little bit, and played drums for a little bit. Like I wanted to be like an all around musician.
Fuck yeah,
And then when I started doing like producing, it mostly just fell onto the piano
yeah,
because that's the way EDM is made, and like a lot of because I started releasing as lo-fi hip hop,
right.
so that's why like half my catalog is lo-fi hip hop and the other half is like EDM,
Mhm.
because I was trying to mix the two genres towards that transitional period, and now I'm mixing like lo-fi hip hop with rap with EDM.
Just combining everything, eh?
Yeah, and then Redneck Limousine. By time this comes out, you guys can find Redneck Limousine everywhere you can find music. Once you get like I tried to do bluegrass, that's why I used the banjo,
Mm.
and then the um, acoustic guitar and EDM and hip hop.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, he showed me. You guys better listen when it comes out. What you say it was gonna be out in a week
Yeah, probably
week
next
or
week.
so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This which will be a week last week when this comes out. Yeah, Malapert Merc, Redneck Limousine.
Yeah.
Look it up. Yeah, but you guys do a lot of gigs in town, right?
Yeah, we've only played at the Duck and the Ranger. Everywhere else is the Duck and the Ranger is kind of just our base
Yeah.
venues to just because we got a lot of connections. You know, Aaron King, he's a beauty, and Andrew and Molasses Flood and the Gem City Drifters, and we always see them at the Duck, and we really like it. And the Ranger, dude. Yeah, I think the Ranger is one of my favorite places to play because it just gets rowdy and it's greasy.
Yeah.
I love the people there. They're just greasy fuckers.
Yeah, Pat's a good dude too.
Yeah, I love Pat.
Shout out Pat, shout out the Ranger. You guys come to Laramie, gotta
Go
hit
to
up
the
the
Ranger.
Ranger.
You ain't no stranger at the Ranger.
Yep, yeah. Saturday nights are usually pretty popping there.
Oh yeah.
They usually have cops there actually on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Usually about 1 o'clock.
But yeah, every time we play, you know, girls the first time we ever played at the Ranger, I think we're covering Smells Like Teen Spirit and everyone's dancing, you know, right in front and just spilling their drinks everywhere and that whole floor is muddy and wet and slippery. And girls are just fucking eating shit. And one of the girls, I was singing into the mic, and she slips and eats shit, and her foot like kicks the mic stand, and the mic hits me right in the teeth. I'm like, "Fuck, dude!"
Oh man.
But yeah, it's usually it's rowdy and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
People are just getting trashed. It's the Ranger.
It's the Ranger.
It's just greasy. It's awesome.
Yeah, I like performing there too. Sometimes I do like patio shows there.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
kidding. Okay, so back to your background and things like that. What is your ethnicity?
I'm half Thai and half white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, those Italians, man, they're either like it's either Hispanic or
Yeah, a lot of people will think I'm Native American or
yeah,
Hawaiian,
that's the other one.
Hispanic. No, I'm from Thailand. And most people say they always get it wrong as Taiwanese. I'm like, no, I'm not Taiwanese. They're two separate countries.
They are two separate companies. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Interesting.
yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. I'll have to write that down because I won't remember.
Hey,
Nor is it really that important,
there's
actually.
not a lot of Thais around here.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Yeah, because Thai Spice is even. The Thai Spice is still here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I thought they were closing for a minute and then somebody else took over.
I've never ate there before.
Bro,
Is it pretty?
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been a Laramie staple forever,
No
dude.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to get some after this.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Dinner.
Yeah. And then Anong's. Anong's is good too.
Yeah.
So as you're traveling around, where was your favorite place?
I'd say Okinawa, Japan, man. Growing up there was something else. You know, just a lot of freedom. Being a kid and just you know, you go outside and houses are so close together, and you just see kids playing, and you just go meet new friends all the time, every day.
Hmm.
Just go out there and skate. Oh, hey, what's up, bud? You want to skate? You know,
Yeah.
just rolling around with each other and getting in trouble with each other.
Did you ever have a problem with like identifying people?
No, the, no, it's pretty. Well, I'm Asian, so it's pretty
Yeah.
easy for me. I get it all the time too.
Yeah.
You're like, why don't you? Because I'm not a big fan of, you know, I don't prefer Asian girls. And
Really?
yeah, and be like, why not? I'm like, dude, my mom's Asian too. It's kind of hard to, you know, it's just
Yeah,
a joke.
right.
It's like Asians look all the same.
Because I kind of like banging my mom.
Yeah, I'm not begging my mom, Bob.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I've been trying to work out a joke that's like acting would be easy, like in those cultures because like they're like, oh yeah, you know, he's playing Bob. I get it, you know,
Yeah.
because like we have the problem here of like Little Mermaid can't be black. You know, it's
Right,
like
right.
I don't think they have that problem.
Yeah, everyone's the same.
I mean, I didn't want to say it like that, but you know, yeah, I get it.
No, the Japanese they're cool. I'm like,
Masters of horror, dude.
dude, yeah, and they're masters at everything. Growing up, I did a lot of wrestling, and dude, they just kick our ass. Like the military, American military will the league will go practice with the Japanese kids, and dude, they're doing like fucking backflips for warm ups and everything, and us American kids are like, what the fuck is going on, dude? We can't do any of this shit. They're like masters of everything. Baseball, they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're mm, skateboarding is a really big thing there. That's what got me into skateboarding was just hanging out with all those kids. And heavy metal, death metal is like really big too in
Hmm.
Okinawa, Japan.
Really?
Yeah, you go down. People that know if they lived in Okinawa, Japan, you go out of the military base out of gate two. There's just a whole strip of bars and strip clubs,
Strippers. Cool.
and they do music right in the middle of the streets, and it's just like fucking people going crazy, listening to heavy metal,
Okay.
bands out there ripping.
Awesome.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely one of my favorite places to live.
I've heard really good things about Japan, and I want to
Oh
go
yeah,
visit. I want to go visit for sure. Maybe when I sell my house, I might take like a week out
yeah.
there.
Say fuck it, dude, and hit the road. Go
Yeah.
to Okinawa, Japan.
Okay. I had some friends that were stationed there when I was growing up.
Mm,
They were like my parents' friends, but like I hung out with them all the time.
right.
And that's where they met was Okinawa, Japan. And they
Mhm.
had these cats that had like the crooked tails on the
Yeah.
ends that they brought back from Japan. They were really cool. They were communications people, so like they did computer stuff and like radio stuff.
Yeah.
Like he had a ham radio that would reach around the world.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That
he was
was nuts.
crazy. And then they had a foreign exchange student. His name was Kentaro Miyamoto,
Mm.
and I used to mess with that guy all the time. Like one time he told me about they had a pet dog, right?
Mhm.
I was like, "What? You guys just fattening him up or what?"
Yeah, to eat them.
Yeah. He's
Hell
like,
yeah, I love me
"What?"
some dog.
No, we don't eat dogs. I was like, "All right, man. I don't
Yeah,
know."
we don't eat dog, we eat cats, man.
Yeah, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Crazy. So back in Mossy Rock, there's this gas station, and the owner, his name was Kong, and he owned the gas station. And there was always stray cats on the backside of the gas station, and they just make this greasy ass fucking pizza, and everyone makes a joke that he fucking puts cat in that pizza. That's why it's so fucking greasy.
Okay.
Like hell yeah, calling this pizza's fucking amazing, dude. I get it. I'm Asian too, brother. This shit tastes good.
This is good. That's pretty
Shout out to
funny.
Kong, man. He's a fucking G. I don't think he works there anymore, but
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
moves on.
Yeah, so do we. So do we all,
Yeah.
Like sand through an hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Um, so Okinawa, Japan seems like a pretty decent spot. What was like your favorite place in Washington? Like, where did you guys move to in Washington?
So Mossy Rock, it's a small town. Population of 700 to 800, and it's got other small towns around it. And Mossy Rock is right by one of the biggest and nicest lakes in Washington. A lot of people from Seattle, Portland, come up there just to be on the lake and whatnot. So it's also a good spot to you know have fun in the summer. And it doesn't get too hot.
Yeah. So what brought you to Wyoming then?
I went to CSU. I was chasing a woman.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
typical
fucking
shit.
man. Jeez Louise,
Typical
what?
shit.
Yeah, man.
And I also didn't want to stay in Monster Rock. Small town, small drama.
Mm,
Stay. I didn't want to stay there.
yeah.
So went to CSU for a semester. I didn't like it. Then came up to Wyoming.
Okay, when was that? What year was that?
Uh, went to CSU 2023 and came up here.
I'll cut that part out of it.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, for sure. So went to CSU. Are you still in school then? Or
Yeah,
okay, so you just going to UW?
yeah.
Okay, word. What's your major?
Right now it's construction management.
Huh.
That's it.
Well, this has been Next to the Lamp. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Construction management. I've noticed a lot more people going into construction management lately.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really small at UW. Like,
Because isn't that what what's his name said he was going in for too?
um,
Pat Pat Golden.
yeah, Pat hates school. He wants to go play music and
Yeah,
roam around.
yeah. Well, you guys will hear that on the last episode. Yeah, which comes out next. Well, 2 Tuesdays ago from at this point. It's kind of hard to like do that because like when you film multiple in a week, right? You're like,
Yeah,
I have to space it out in my head. Like, okay, that's this one, that's that one, right?
right,
So like,
right.
and sometimes like I'll record them and I won't release them for like a month. So it just depends, like, because I'm doing everything, right?
Right.
Like,
It's just all you.
yeah,
Okay.
beast. Uh, so yeah, sometimes they come out in a month. Sometimes I've been trying to get a little bit better about editing them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because like in video, color grading
Mm.
is like I hate color grading.
Right.
Processing vocals in music and color grading
Yeah.
in video.
Yeah. I don't know any of that shit.
Yeah, it's
It
horrible.
sounds too much for me.
Yeah, yeah, it's not fun, but it has to be done. So
Yeah.
I do it. Um, so while you're playing music, like where did you draw your inspiration from?
Um.
Do you play like do you write music at all or
Yeah, I write music. I don't know. Growing up, um, listen to heavy metal. That's what my dad, Metallica and Scorpions. In the '80s, hair metal bands, Motley Crue and whatnot.
Mm,
But I don't really have that style. It's
right?
kind of hard to like like the '80s music. I don't know how they did it. They're fucking ripping guitar solos, singing. I don't know how they did that.
Lots of drugs.
Yeah, lots of drugs. But and then growing up too, and then finding country, David Allen Coe and Johnny Paycheck and stuff like that. So that's where I try to combine a little bit, but um, I'd say more it's like ZZ Top and country.
Okay, so
Uh,
you would say you're more like outlaw country then?
yeah, close to that. I'd say.
Yeah. Same with Pat. That's what he said.
Yeah,
He's a lot of his stuff is like
yeah,
outlaw country, which isn't bad.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
This is that's my favorite style of country.
Yeah,
It's the outlaw country,
yeah. I
70s.
I would say also, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, because like Americana just has like a different sound to it, and like I don't know, it's a little bit more acoustic.
yeah,
Because you play the electric guitar, right?
yeah. Acoustic and electric.
Okay,
So,
but you do like electric pickups in your acoustic, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, do you find yourself kind of like in a rut sometimes, and how do you defeat your writer's block?
Yeah, I just take a break, really. Just like, yeah, I can't do it right now. I have to be in the right mindset
Mm,
to write music. Sometimes I'll, write half of a song and then I won't get back to it. I'll just let it sit there,
mhm.
just let it marinate, and then come back to it. I'm like, oh, this is what I'm really trying to say and put out there.
Do you ever wake up like out of a deep sleep, like
Oh yeah,
yeah, right that.
oh yeah. Sometimes it'll be like I'm trying to go to bed, but I'm thinking so much, and then I'm like, fuck, dude, I really need to go to bed, but I get up and start, you know, continuing that song
Yeah,
and
yeah,
be like 2 in the morning. I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta go to bed.
yeah. I get that. I well, as you should probably tell on my Instagram, like I don't go to bed till late
Yeah.
because I do like a song of the day, right?
Mm,
It's like I've been skipping on it a lot lately, just because been a little depressed, not gonna lie. Just like a lot of shit going on. So I'm just trying to navigate this space where I'm at. So
yeah.
but when I do that, it's mostly because like I'm writing something
Yeah.
and like that's what I feel, right?
Right.
So do you know what frisson is?
I do not.
Um, so for a song is um like when you hear a song and it makes you have goosebumps.
Mhm.
Do you have that?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say about 50% of people experience it.
No shit.
Yeah. And a lot of people for some reason it says for song slash skin orgasm.
My skin's fucking coming, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, which I thought was a really unique way of putting it.
Yeah.
But
Skin orgasm.
yeah, yeah. Do
I
you
like
have
I
certain
like that.
songs that you like go to that like give you that feeling that you know of, or
Fuck, dude. A lot of like Scorpion songs, songs that I grew up listening to,
they say
that bring
it's
back memories
yeah, they say
and
it's
that
like a
hit something.
nostalgia thing.
Yeah. It just brings back that feeling. You're like, fuck, dude, I miss that.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things.
Okay. Yeah. I like I said, I get them a lot.
Yeah.
There's like a couple NF songs that get me that way.
NF.
Yeah.
So
You don't know who NF is?
uh,
Dude, he did that "Let You Down" song. It was pop radio for a long time, probably like 2020 ish.
mm,
Yeah, but um, yeah, he's got some songs that do that, and a lot of like Army of the Pharaohs type stuff like gets that to me
yeah.
too, because like that's what I grew up listening to. Not really grew up listening to, but like in high school and stuff, that's what I listened to a lot of.
Right.
And so I'm from Encampment, right? So it's a town of 400, all Hicks, right?
Yeah. Amen, bro.
Yeah. And so like I was the weirdo because like I didn't not necessarily I hated country, but it wasn't like my preferred
They're just different.
genre. Yeah.
Different from everyone.
Yeah. And I had a lip ring and stuff, like
Fuck them.
emo kid, right?
Yeah.
Tonight will be the
Either night
night
and
that
then
I will fall
go
for
for
you.
you. Hell yeah.
So like I was different and I only had like very few friends, but yeah, I feel like when I get those, it's because I was
Yeah.
um nostalgic. So when you draw your inspiration, do you have like emotions in mind when you start writing music, or do you just start writing?
I usually just start writing, and it'll come to me. But it goes both, both ways. Sometimes when I am feeling something, I'm like, oh, dude, um, I'll, I feel like writing this right now, or if I'm listening to a song and it gives me ideas,
Okay.
I take from there what they're trying to say and I try to put it in my own perspective. Like, oh, I feel they're connecting with me and I want to put it my own way, how I
Okay.
want to say it, you know. So yeah, it's just sometimes I just sit down like fuck, I'm bored, I'm gonna write something.
Yeah.
And it usually is not that good because I'm just kind of throwing up
Mhm.
shit,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I get that. Usually when I write, it's mostly like I feel this way,
Right,
so I'm gonna write it.
right.
So do you know a lot of like music theory at all?
Fuck no, I just play. I just pick the guitar.
Okay.
I want to though. I just never really got into it.
They make those that are guitar
Yeah, I should.
styles,
I should get that.
and they show you like the frets and everything.
Yeah.
Like those are pretty good, and I've used that poster a lot
Yeah.
to get to know music theory and stuff. So, and music theory, like a lot of people struggle with it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a language
It is a
that you have to
language,
learn.
and it's mathematics.
Yeah, and I hate math, so that's one thing too.
Yeah. Well, like you got the major scale and the minor scale, right?
Yeah.
One full step, a half step, full step, half step, full step, or full step, half step.
Yeah.
That's your minor scale.
That just fucks me in the face, dude. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. Especially when I started putting numbers to it. Like so if your if your one is D, then your five is gonna be E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, right?
Mm.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only like eight. to an octave, right? Octave 8. So as long as you know like what chords go together, that's why the circle of fifths is really handy,
Yeah.
is because it tells you which chords go together.
Yeah, my dad tried to teach me. I was like, ah, dad, fuck this, bro. I'm just gonna play.
I'm just gonna play. What are the finger notes for the chords? Yeah, I that's pretty much what I did when I played guitar too.
Yeah.
I tried to get him back into playing the guitar and stuff, but I'm just a way better producer.
Yeah.
I'm way better at the piano. Just that makes sense to me, right?
Right. Right.
That makes sense to me because every key is its own note.
Mm,
It's not like a string combination that makes a chord, right? And like
right.
every fret is its own note, but I don't know. Guitar is just different to me for some reason. But all notes on sheet music are the same,
Mm,
regardless of the instrument. You just have to know how to produce that sound.
right.
So, and then there's a frequency aspect of it, right? Like middle C is like 440 hertz. And then an octave up is 880 hertz. Octave down, like that. I didn't learn this stuff until recently, actually,
Yeah.
when they started talking about um, like why the mathematics works.
Right.
So it's crazy. I watched a video on it. It's wild, but
Yeah.
yeah,
You're just speaking gibberish to me.
yeah. My bad. I'll pull it back. I'll pull it back. I'll pull it back. Um, so when you're like when you go back home, do you still like jam with your family and stuff?
Yeah, I love playing music with my dad and my brother. Um, and we just sit around the fire and play music
That's pretty cool.
with the boys because not a lot of people play guitar back home, and so it's me and my brother that are ripping it at the campfire.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good old family
Yeah.
jam sesh, huh? I was the only one musical in my whole family, other than my cousin that I never saw.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, they don't do that. So
Yeah, it's really like I don't know. Sometimes some places it's really hard to find people that play.
not in Laramie.
No, found that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of guitarists here.
yeah, there is. Yeah, they're all beauties. You met Ian, haven't you? Raditz. He blonde hair, wears his hat backwards.
If I saw him, I would.
Yeah, you'll have to get him on here too. He's a good guitar player. And he's a songwriter himself.
Okay.
He hangs out with me and Pat, and Kaya too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hit her up.
you can get on her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well get it, get her on here.
Get her on here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the hell you just said,
I
but
don't know, just speaking.
I don't know if it was. Yeah, I hit her up. But well, it's schedules and stuff. Like we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see. I'd like to have her on. I'd like to talk to her about music and stuff because
yeah.
she does her own thing as well. And she is kind of like in the alternative space too. She's like an acoustic
Mm-hmm.
player that plays alternative.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there at the Letterfield show. Like, yeah, that's where I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I saw her play for the first time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's a beauty. I like her style.
she has a
She
good
has a
voice.
good voice. Yeah.
Um, so that's the other thing. Like, I envy people with good voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're playing tonight too at the Cowboy. Her and Pat.
Oh yeah, he told me to come to that.
I don't know who they're opening for, but
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe I'll go and try to catch her in person because I
Yeah.
only hit her up on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because when she was there at that show, she was everywhere.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll talk to her sometime.
Yeah. You gotta get her on here. She's a nice girl.
I like talking to Laramie musicians and getting your guys' word out, like because um I'm this is global.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get downloads in Germany, I get downloads in Chile, I get downloads in the UK, I get downloads in Turkey.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like this isn't like I get them all over the United States as well as all over the world.
Yeah.
So we just passed 15,000 downloads. Yeah, that's you guys spread it. I mean, it's all been word of mouth too because I don't promote this at all or anything.
Yeah.
So like, I like 2024, I didn't really release any episodes,
Right.
and I had still had no 0 days.
Okay.
So, like,
Just climbing.
yeah, I don't know where it's. I used to have sponsors and stuff until Google destroyed my.
Yeah, what happened to that?
They had a reset at like the beginning of 2024, and when they did that, it changed my birthday on my Gmail, on my next little lamp at Gmail, and it said it was only a year old.
Mhm.
And so anything under 13 years old had to have supervision.
Yeah,
And so they took, because my YouTube was tied to that, they said that you can't have a YouTube channel unless
just
like your
fucking deleted
guardians.
everything.
Yep, just deleted it.
That's fucked.
Yeah. So, and by time I knew about it, because like I said, I didn't upload anything in 2024,
Mm,
they have like a 30-day window where you have to fix it. And by the time I learned of that, it was already like 3 months later. And I
damn,
was like, where did all my shit go?
damn.
Yeah. It's fixed now, but yeah, I have to build from the bottom again. Because even on my YouTube, I had like 10,000 views.
Shit.
Yeah. I still have all the videos and everything, so I just have to upload them periodically.
Right.
But it takes about an hour per episode
Yeah.
and 180 episodes that I have to re-upload.
Yeah. That's a lot.
It's 180 hours, dude.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, unfortunately, but 2024 was the year of my new beginnings. So
Amen.
yeah, the year of new beginnings. So
Yeah.
fun, so cool. I love starting over. It feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Just
And
restart.
um it was a big learning year for me. I learned a lot about myself and a lot about the people that I used to run with.
Yeah.
And let's just say I don't run with them no more. So it was, like I said, restart is a whole restart. Like, that was my asteroid,
Yeah.
right? That was my meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. 2024. So, but we here, we still doing it. I'm still amazing. You guys know that. So we've gotten to that point of our show where I ask you, sir, what's your definition of success?
Um, I say just being happy and living a simple life is success.
Okay.
Being, because a lot of especially going to college and everything, and everyone's trying to get jobs and whatnot, and make a lot of money. But I say just being happy and living a simple life is success.
Okay. So I
Not,
guess I'm gonna ask you, what is your definition of happiness then?
um,
We're getting deep, dog.
shit, bub.
We go deep.
Definition of happiness. Fuck, dude, I don't know. Um, this is deep.
Yeah, dude. We ask the real questions here.
I don't know. Like, I'm happy just playing music and doing what I want to do. And whatever what you're doing is if it satisfies you. I say happiness is satisfaction. If you're satisfied, and if and satisfaction is what you like and it makes you happy, then I say that's what happiness is.
Okay. So like the feeling of contentness.
Yeah, like just sitting around playing guitar, I'm satisfied, and it makes me happy. I'm satisfied just doing that, and I don't need a lot of money or um, need a whole lot of things in life to be satisfied.
Hmm.
It's just the little things.
Yeah. Okay.
No stress or anything. No big things on top of my chest.
Yeah.
Keeping me down.
That's nice, man.
So
Good for you.
yeah,
That's nice.
try to keep it simple.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of small town people are like that, like,
Yeah. Um, that's why a lot of people like to stay in small towns because it's simple.
mm,
You ain't got a lot of traffic or you got just a bunch of trees and dirt and living your life
hell yeah.
and playing guitar.
Trees and dirt, brother.
Trees and dirt. Trees, dirt, and beer. That's
Yeah.
all you need.
Okay.
Living a simple life.
Cool. Do you Do you have dreams when you sleep?
Yeah,
Do you remember what your dreams are?
sometimes
Okay.
depends.
What was the last dream you remember?
Um, it was actually this morning. Um, I had this girl leave my house this morning, and I went back to bed. I went back to bed,
Nice.
and so I don't know what it was. Why it was like a fucking nightmare. I had I walk into my house and everything's like packed up, and there's this tweaker stealing my shit. And you know, in those dreams, you can't like when you try to fight someone, you can't fucking fight them. Like you're just getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
But like I punched him in the face, but it was like like
Yeah.
he's like, "What the fuck you doing?" I was like, "Oh, don't mind me, bro," or something like that. And then I woke up from my dream. I
Nice.
was like, "What kind of fucking dream was that, dude?"
Yeah. I hate that. I hate that
Sometimes we
feeling.
have those.
So, like, when I run in my dreams, it's very, like,
Oh, you're
I'm
like,
I'm trying so hard
yeah,
and
I
I'm not
tried
going
solid.
anywhere until I, like, do, like, the werewolf run where I, like, grab the ground with my like, and just,
You're in 4-wheel drive.
yeah, dude, I run hella quick
uh,
4-wheel drive.
uh, crawling out of your sleep.
Yeah, dude, I have very vivid dreams every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's killer, bro.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on your mood or yeah, I don't know, your environment or something like that. Because usually like after like I don't know, things happen before, during the day
Mhm,
and then you go to bed and sometimes it connects to that.
mhm.
That's what happens with me sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is weird and then it gives you deja vu when, something similar happens to that the
Mhm.
next day.
Um, have you ever seen the TV show Step by Step?
I might have. I would have to see it to recognize it.
Yeah, it was a show that was on in the 90s and early 2000s.
Mm,
Mainly the 90s. Like it started in 91.
yeah,
And they have like 9 seasons, 10 seasons, so it was like 91 to 2000 pretty much.
right.
Um, and I've been watching all of that lately because it's just like a family sitcom, right?
Yeah,
Like whatever. And that's been helping with my dreams.
yeah,
As well as like, do you know what Ark is? The game?
yeah, yeah. I used to play the shit out of that game.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Ark
Hey,
lately.
you
Yeah.
got the new one?
No, no,
It's
I'm
the old.
doing yeah,
Well, I don't even. I saw that. It's the same thing. They just made the graphics better.
pretty much.
That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. I'm just playing survival ball. I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
and no
nothing
one else
crazy.
plays the old one anymore. They like. There's no lobbies to play in.
Yeah, that's why
Like,
my friend has a dedicated server on it.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so him and I play on it.
Rip on art.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Taming pterodons and
Yep.
shit.
Taming dinos.
Yeah.
Dude, and we just got to the point where like we're actually able to tame things. Other than that, dude, Allosauruses would just come up and rip us up.
Well, yeah, you play the survival mode, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's a lot harder.
Yeah, the PvE.
You just get fucked up by dinos.
Yeah, pretty much
Yeah,
it.
fucked up by dinos.
Yeah. So like whenever I get done in here, I get too frustrated that like my sound design isn't happening or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll hit him up and like, dude,
you want to
let's
play some Mark,
yeah, you
bro?
want to kill some
You're
dinos?
like, hell yeah, let's play some Mark.
Yeah, dude. Because like one of my favorite games growing up was this PC game called Carnivores,
Mm,
and it was like big buck game hunter,
yeah.
and like you hunted dinos.
Oh no shit.
And yeah, and you killed dinos and you could put them in your trophy room and stuff like that.
Mm,
And I was like, man, I really wish they came out with that again. And they recently remastered it and put it on Xbox.
mm,
But like Ark is like the next best thing, right?
yeah,
But this time you can train them and you can ride them.
yeah. It's fucking sick. I love playing that game. We used to play that all the time, but I just never been. I don't really play video games anymore. I just get bored too fast.
Yeah, same, right?
I'm just like I play for like I don't know 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm getting off. I'm bored already.
Yeah,
Let's go do something.
yeah. I'm an outside kid for sure.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing lately. Like whenever I get pissed off in here,
Yeah,
I just go,
just take a break, play some
yeah,
video games.
yeah, get my mind off of it for a
Yeah,
little bit. Um, well, man, I want to Thank you again for your time and your
Yeah.
energy. Tell the people where they can find you again, just in case they made it this far.
Yeah, to find the band on Instagram, Winston Creek, Winston_Creek, and to find my Instagram, it's just Savage_Greisen. And thank you for having me on here, Michael. Appreciate this opportunity.
Yeah, man. We global up in here, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? DJ Khaled, another one. Why don't you just wave to the camera, tell them goodbye, peace, and love.
Peace and
Hold on,
love.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, there we go. And we're clear.